one. Today we are going to make our Play-Doh recipe. So I have my recipe on my laptop and it's sitting in the background. And I have gotten all of my ingredients together. I have my salt that I need. I have my 2 Kool-Aid packets, my cream of tartar, my measuring cup, my 1 cup, my measuring teaspoon, my teaspoon, and my vegetable oil. So I am going to start off with adding in my dry ingredients to the bowl here. So the dry ingredients calls for 1 cup of flour, calls for a half a cup of salt. So we add in half a cup of salt. And then it calls for 2 teaspoons of cream of tartar. So I'm going to take my cream of tartar and I'm going to measure out 2 level teaspoons. 2. And those and my Kool-Aid packets, my last dry ingredients. So I'm going to go ahead and open up my Kool-Aid packets. And this is just going to add the color and the smell of cherry to my Play-Doh. Alright, and I'm going to just going to mix gently here my dry ingredients together. And then I'm going to turn my stove onto a medium heat, low to medium heat. So I'm going to turn my stove on here between 3 and 4 for low to medium heat. Your stove may be different, so you'll have to adjust accordingly. And one safety feature to keep in mind is always kind of keep your handle back inside so that it's not sticking on the other side where you could flip it and burn yourself, or if you've got little kids like I do who run around, they're not grabbing it. Alright, and then I'm going to add my wet ingredients to my bowl on the stove, which is teaspoon of vegetable oil. So add a teaspoon of vegetable oil here. And a cup of water. Heating up, I'm going to go ahead and take my dry ingredients. I'm going to start dumping them into my water and oil. Here. And then I am just going to start stirring. Mixing up the ingredients here. You want to keep stirring it until it starts forming that ball shape in that dough. I'm going to keep cooking this down until it starts to become dry. you want to keep kind of stirring it as it's starting to form. You don't want to let it sit on the stove too long without continuously stirring it, or it's going to burn. So it's starting to shape up here. Might have to grab another spoon. It's kind of sticking a little bit. Alright, so it looks like it's starting to form that ball shape here. I'm going to kind of pull it off the stove a little bit. Alright, so once it forms this kind of ball shape here, what you want to do is you want to take it off of the heat and you want to let it cool down. We are going to let it cool down and then come back and knead our dough. Okay, so we are back now. My Play-Doh took about 15 minutes to cool down from the pot. So I've got a little bit more in here that I can scrape out. So now what I want to do is I want to knead my dough a little bit. And the Kool-Aid may stay in your hands just a little bit, but it should wash off. So I'm going to knead my dough for 5 minutes, and then I will take a plastic bag like I did my other dough and put it in the plastic bag until I am ready to mold and sculpt and make my sculpture. Bacon.